So presently it's 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like it too. Anchoring in the Hampton River is a bit of an art form, as there is not a whole lot of room, and it gets quite shallow as you get on the south side there near Hampton University. However, the town docks provides a dinghy dock as well as showers, laundry, water tap, and trash disposal. So it's rather convenient. Well, for sure this Dines's ducks loosens up in cold weather. Let's see, the wire is still pretty tense, but the ducks has got some slack in it. So I think I'm just gonna take up a turn on these turnbuckles here. Don't want to crank it in too much, because as we get down south into warmer weather, it might become too tight. So I'm on my way to the bus stop here in Hampton. So the strategy is you take the bus to Walmart and then grab an Uber back. That seems to be the most cost-effective way to reprovision. That's a nice crisp morning. Just had another front go through. Had a fair bit of rain yesterday and discovered a few more leaks. So discovered that the staysail track, some of those bolts were leaking. And I also think one of the port lights is still coming in through the port light. So I got that taken apart. Put some silicone in there and bed it. So hopefully that'll take care of it. It still looks like the soonest weather window coming up will be this Thursday, the 1st of December. Today's November 26th. So I still have some days here. It looks like we're going to get another round of rain and showers. So if I can get that bedding done, get it tested before I head offshore. Pretty full. I'm finding now that I'm using the diesel heater for several hours a day, I'm having to go in each morning with the shop vac to vacuum up the carbon buildup. I find that if you don't keep on top of this, you can get a snowball effect, where the carbon buildup will begin to block the chimney, which will cause more smoking and more carbon buildup, even to the point where it can block the chimney and the smoke will start coming into the cabin. Oh, red sky in the morning. Sailors take warning. Still here in Hampton. It's November 27th. And indeed, we have another big cold front it's going to go through. So we got about 24 hours of nasty weather here.
Hey, Timmy! Hey, all away, we'll haul away, Joe. That if I did kiss the girl, hey, Timmy! Hey, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Up! Hey, haul away, that good ship now is rolling. Hey, Timmy! Hey, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. First I met a Yankee girl, she was fat and lazy. Hey! Hey, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Then I met an Irish girl, she damn near drove me crazy. Hey, Timmy! Hey, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Up, King Louis was the King of France before the Revolution.
So it's Wednesday the 30th of November. And looks like there's a window to leave tomorrow, December 1st. So I'm making some chicken with looks like some curry sauce. And yeah, I got the pre-passage jitters here. This is always U.S. East Coast to the Caribbean is always a tricky one. This time of the year, because the North Atlantic is pretty volatile. So it's and it's always just before you get going. I find that usually once I'm going, I'm all right, but it's always the build-up. You're at least in my case, my fight or flight mechanism starts kicking in the night before a passage. I look at the restaurant over there and people dining and warm and not a care in the world. But I've done that life before, and I know ultimately it's not for me. I mean, good food just once you're used to eating in good restaurants, it just becomes routine. You just kind of feel like, at least I kind of just felt like I was running out of gear. You're not really engaging with anything. So we have to put ourselves back go back in time, in my case, to the days of sail. Maybe it's, as Warren Farrell famously said, we're not designed to be happy, we're designed to survive. And so some of us, just to feel right again, we have to put ourselves basically back in the wilderness and survival situations. A lot of people do that. I think it's just because that's what we were designed for. And if we get too far from that, literally, if our lives get too easy, we just start to go nuts. All right, so it's about 5:30 in the morning on the 1st of December, 2022, Thursday. Here's our situation. We just had this strong cold front go through. We got pretty brisk northerly winds, kind of 20-25 knots. Say we exit the Bay Bridge Tunnel. Well, hopefully 5 p.m. we'll be out and on our way here. So we still got northwesterlies, north-northwest, 15 to 25 knots. Overnight, those are going to get lighter, come northeast. That's fine. And then they're going to get really light by Friday morning. And they're going to start to come southeast. So then by Saturday morning we got southerlies becoming southwest ahead of this approaching cold front. Again, pretty brisk southwest, but we're starting to move on our way here. And I don't know why it's... you could try to sail a little closer to the wind here. But anyway, hopefully we can push so that by Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, yeah, then we have this front go through. And this is going to be about 25, this is probably going to be a light gale when this front goes through. The good news is it's going to ease up very quickly. So by early Sunday afternoon, you're down to about 10 to 15 knots. Into Tuesday. Okay, and then we get another kind of easterly. We're getting another front that's going to come Wednesday. And more light winds. Then looks like westerlies. Oh wow. So as we get way out in the forecast, then we'll get a blast from the north again. And hopefully those will just become the northeast. Oh wow, look at that. Hopefully those will become the northeast trades, although it's showing it's just going to get light down south. So actually a fair bit of light winds, but the biggest hurdle is this front, because we're not going to be that far clear of the Gulf Stream when this front hits. So that's the big hurdle, is this front we got to get past.
That if I didn't kiss the girls,
Full regalia in here. Get my bibs on. Put my boots on. It's pretty cold out there.
Hey, all the way. That good ship now is rolling. Timmy. Hey, all the way. We'll haul away, Joe. First time at a Yankee girl, she was happy. Hey! Hey, all away, we'll haul away, Joe. Then I met an Irish girl, she damn near drove me crazy. Hey, Timmy, hey, all away, we'll haul away, Joe.
up King Louis was the king
Well,
of
we say goodbye to Hampton,
before
Virginia.
the Revolution, Timmy.
Hey, all away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Up, but then they
You
thought
can hear the
for
halyards
that
slapping against the
for
masts.
Constitution.
Soon those strong gusts will be upon us as we get out into open water. Consider supporting this channel by becoming a patron. As a patron, you will be able to view my videos free of ads. You will also be able to leave comments, ask questions, and message me directly. You can become a patron for as little as $5 a month.